So I'm really excited about this video because I have been preparing for months to do this ultra bike packing race called the Huracan in Ocala, Florida. This is a route that I attempted about 4 years ago with my dear friend Allegra. I made a video about it. It is one of the first videos that I actually made on this channel. I think it might be number 3 or 4. You can go watch it here if you're interested. The trip was an utter disaster. We ended up taking a wrong turn. We had to hike our bikes through several miles of sand dunes, and we both got heat exhaustion and had to get rescued by a cab in the middle of the Ocala National Forest the next day. We took a wrong turn and have been pushing our bikes through sand for 2 miles. Allegra's murder me. I've ridden almost 50 miles today. Sunset's beautiful though. I camp. I'm about to quit and go to Disney World. It was really bad. it was such a disaster. But Allegra and I both wanted to give it another try. We decided a few months ago that we were going to sign up for the Huracan, that we were going to have a redemption ride. So we have been planning for months for this trip. We've been training, we've been getting to know the route, where to stop for food, what to pack, etc. So I'm really excited to kind of present to you guys this pack list. I also think it's just really useful to have packlist how-tos out there. I personally find packlist videos to be really informative and really useful. I watch a lot of them in preparation for various trips. And so I hope you guys find inspiration in this, and I hope that it's useful for you if you're gonna do a long bikepacking trip. I also want to note that by the time you watch this, I will have already completed the race. So hopefully when this airs, everything has gone well, nothing has failed. We will see. So I'm really hoping we have been really prepping well for this. So I'm hopeful it's gonna go well. So my friend Allegra and I are going to do the group start for this race. There are a few different options. There's a heavy option, a light option, the regular Huracan, which is a lot of single track, and then there's also a gravel option. And that is what we are going to do because we both hate single track. I'm not a mountain biker. I've tried. I really want to like mountain biking, but I'm not a fan of single track. I love gravel riding. So that's what we're going to do. It's also just the easiest one. It's both of our first ultra races that we are hoping to complete. So we decided to just kind of take it easy for this first time. We are not in it to win it. We're going to divide the route up over 4 days. So we're going to do 3 nights and 4 days, roughly 70 to 90 miles a day. So it's with that plan in mind that I built this pack list that I'm going to talk about. So for the rest of the video, I'll talk about the bike that I'm using and then go through all of the gear that I'll be bringing along with me. So first things first, the bike that I'll be riding is an all-city super professional single speed. I just made a video about it if you want to look at it here. And for bags, I'll be running a bunch of Swift Industries bags. Swift reached out to me a couple of weeks ago and asked if I would be interested in trying out their new Luminary line of bags. And I was like, hell yeah, I love their stuff. They make really good products. And so they sent a bunch of different bags for me to try and for me to use on this trip. Okay, so I've got like my whole little pack list here. So I'm just gonna go through it and then we'll go from there. For my sleep setup, I am going to bring my Big Agnes Fly Creek 2. This is a tent that I have used for 5 years now. I think I've had it. It's a great tent. It's held up. I don't know how many nights I've spent in it, but a lot. I've tried to replace this tent with a Tarp Tent Pro Trail. It did not go well. I spent a few nights in it and it just didn't replace it. I haven't been able to find something that's lighter and less bulky that I actually really like to use and sleep in. I ended up selling the Pro Trail and now I just use the Fly Creek 2 when I'm going on a solo bikepacking trip. For the sleeping pad, I use a Nemo Tensor. I also put a foam pad underneath it. The one that I have is a Rockgeist pad. It's just a thin foam pad that keeps the inflatable pad from slipping around my tent. It can also double as something to sit on while you're at camp, which is nice. I always bring 2 pillows. I have a Nemo Philo pillow, and then I have a Sea to Summit Eros ultralight pillow. I like to read at night, so I prop my head up on 2 pillows. That's why I bring them, and they're really light and small, so it just makes sense. I have an Enlightened Equipment 30-degree quilt. I'll also probably be bringing a sleeping bag liner because I think it's going to be cold in Florida. So for that, I'm going to bring a Sea to Summit Reactor sleeping bag liner. My headlamp is a black diamond headlamp, and I'll bring some earplugs for camp. For kitchen stuff, so I have this Vargo bot. I made a video about this a while ago. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's not happening. I'll show some B-roll of it. This is a cook set that I have spent way too much time thinking about. So I have this Vargo bot, and it screws airtight, and inside of it I keep a few different things. So the Vargo bot holds about 1 liter of water. Inside of it I have a titanium spoon from Tokes, a coffee cup from Snow Peak. It's 300 milliliters. It fits really, really nicely inside of the Vargo bot. I don't think Snow Peak actually makes these anymore. I bought it a few years ago. I think I even might have found it on eBay, but it's really nice. It just fits perfectly into the pot. The stove I have is a Soto Windmaster. I have tried to find a ultralight stove. I've tried the BTS stove that a lot of backpackers use. I've tried the Alpkit ultralight stove, and nothing heats up the water fast enough. Yeah, they're just not powerful enough. So I got the Soto Windmaster, and it's a great stove. It's what I've been using for a couple of years now, and I find that it just works perfectly, and it doesn't take 30 minutes to heat up water and waste fuel, which is the issue that I found with a lot of small ultralight stoves. I'll bring a lighter, and then at the bottom of my pot I just put a bandana, so to kind of lay out everything nice, kind of like a tablecloth or something. I always bring a bowl as well. You never know when you need a bowl, and for that I'll bring a Fossil snap fold bowl. I've got my fuel, and I'll also bring some water purification tabs. I've got my toiletries bag, notable things, just soap, toothbrush, toothpaste, chapstick with SPF, toilet paper, wet wipes, camp towel, etc. For bike repair, I'll be bringing 2 tubes, which is required for the race, a bike pump, some CO2 cartridges, some tire levers, a multi-tool, and zip ties. So in the category of kind of first aid, medical, emergency supplies, I have a small first aid kit. I'll bring some medicines like Tylenol, naproxen. I'll be bringing an emergency blanket just in case. I'm also bringing some hot hands for my feet. My feet get really cold. It's an issue. I've talked to my doctor about it, and it's something I have to think about in advance because my feet will get so cold. It is so uncomfortable. For electronics, I have a lot in this little category. I am bringing 3 GoPros. 2 of them are mine, and I'm going to borrow one from a friend. I'm bringing 6 GoPro batteries. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that's enough. I'll be bringing a charger for all those batteries, as well as cables for all the charging for all the electronics. I'll be bringing a battery bank and a charging brick. I've got 2 front lights that I'm going to put on my bike, as well as my bike computer, which is a Wahoo Element. I'll also be bringing my Kindle. It's from 2018 or 2019. She's still hanging on. I don't plan to replace it until it totally dies, but it's one of the older ones that's really light and nice and compact. And right now I'm reading Lincoln in the Bardo by George Saunders, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm about halfway through. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to read because I think I'm going to be done with this book before the trip starts next week. If you have any recommendations, let me know in the comments below. Always looking for a new good read. I also am bringing a Garmin InReach. This is a newer purchase. I just got this for this trip, but I'm glad I got it. It's something I've been thinking about buying, and this was just kind of an impetus for it. For me, it makes sense to buy because I do a lot of bikepacking trips in the middle of nowhere, and so it's nice to have the peace of mind to, if something goes wrong, I can press an SOS button. The biggest quandary of this pack list is what clothes should I bring? There are certain things that I feel very strongly about bringing, like 4 pairs of socks. There is nothing worse than having to wear a dirty pair of socks on a bikepacking trip day after day. I draw the line at dirty socks. I just don't like to wear wet, nasty, dirty socks. But for everything else, what I think I'm gonna do is just bring 2 chamois, 2 jerseys, switch between them. I'll have a pair of clean clothes for camp, and you know, I'll have my camp shoes, undergarments, etc. But the things I'm not sure if I'm going to bring or not are layers. Right now, I'm a little over a week out from the start of the race. It's still a little unclear what the weather is going to be like. We've had a huge cold snap this year in the southeast. Right now, it is below freezing in Florida, if you can believe it. So fingers crossed it's not going to be miserably cold, but we'll see. So if it is going to be cold, I'm going to bring a gray puffy or a puffy vest, but we'll see. I'll have a light layer like a sun hoodie, and I'll also be bringing a rain jacket. On the bike, I like wearing a trail running vest. It's got a little backpack in the back that I put all of my food in for the day, and it also has two 20-ounce water bottles right here. I'll have a Garmin watch, a whistle, some gloves, helmet, I'll wear a buff, and of course my cycling glasses. For the bags, Swift Industry was kind enough to send me a bunch of bags to try out on this trip, and I'm really excited to use them. So I will be using a Zeitgeist handlebar bag, frame bag, 2 stem bags, a top tube bag, as well as 2 of their Gemini cargo packs, which I plan to put either on the front forks or on the rear of my tumbleweed tea rack. So we'll see. Hello everyone. I know this is a rapid departure from my video, but I had to make a few last minute changes, and so I'm adding this to the video because I think that it's worth mentioning. So here is the setup. I spent about 5 hours yesterday figuring out how to Tetris all of my things in the bike, and so everything is packed except my electronics and my food. So let me walk you through the bike. So in the front here, I've got the Swift Industries Zeitgeist and their new luminary pattern. It's really nice. On the fork, I have my stove that Vargo bought. It's tied to a tail fin cage here. On the handlebars, I've got this really nice light that my friend Madison is letting me borrow. I am also going to put a GoPro mount here. I took it off for the ride because I wasn't sure if I wanted it, but I decided that we do. I don't know if you can see in there, I've got a little Wahoo mount. I have to figure out my bike computer situation. My one for the handlebars broke, and I got to figure that out in the next 2 days. In the cockpit, I have my top tube bag. I've got these 2 Swift stem bags. They're a little loose. I gotta latch them on at the bottom. The frame bag, it's small. My electronics are gonna go in there, just GoPro batteries and just an extra battery and anything, maybe little things in there. And in the rear, I ended up having to forego the Gemini cargo bags because I couldn't fit everything in there. It's gonna be a lot colder than I thought, so I went for some panniers. These are Old Man Mountain panniers, and they are just the right size for what I need them for. If this had been a summer trip, a cargo bag would have been fine, but I have back here, you can see, here's the bag. It's loaded. It looks like it's stuffed to the brim. It's just full of puffy clothes. And it's not that heavy. It's maybe like a couple of pounds. I got my little light there, my tent, and then I have another bag here that's going to hold my food, which I haven't put in there yet. So that's it. It's just about ready to go. I went on a test ride a few minutes ago, went a couple miles, and it felt really good. And we're about ready to go, and we'll go back to the video. All right, y'all, that was the pack list. I would love to hear what you guys think. If there's any of this gear that you have questions about, or if you would do something different, or if there's anything that you would like to see a review of, please let me know in the comments below. All right, hopefully this trip will go well. Oh my God. Send some good energy into the universe for me, you guys. So we'll see. And again, by the time you guys see this video, I will be done with this race. So hopefully it's gone well. I'm sending good vibes to my future self. And yeah, so hopefully you guys like this video. Hopefully you found it useful, and I will see you guys next week.